Welcome back. Get ready to turn on dark mode, where we treat video games, tech, and media like it's our 9 to 5. I'm your host, Taylor Floyd Muse, and Keegan's not here again this week, but there's not much we can do about that.
Hold up. I'm back.
What? You just dropping in like that?
Can't get rid of me. I mean, like last week I saw you had a replacement already, and so I'm back. I'm here.
That was a question. That was not final. You saw that though.
Nah, I love Phil. I love Phil. Actually, Phil like brought me to tears. Like
That
after that episode.
Pokemon thing he did for you?
Yeah, I got it in the mail and I legit cried.
Are we talking like full on bawling or like a tear?
No,
One
like
solo tear.
you're watching The Notebook kind of tears. You know what I
Oh
mean?
dang. That's pretty that's pretty substantial.
I don't know if it's just because like going through, pregnancy and having a kid. I don't know if I was just in an emotional state or what,
I mean, yeah, that could add to it for sure.
but I'm here. I'm here, and
You looking a little rough.
a little bit, look a little different, I guess.
The no glasses is really throwing me right now. Can you see?
Yeah, I can't even see. Hold on, let me fix it up a little bit here. Do a little bit of that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fix the hair up real quick. Glasses on.
Oh, my hair's a. You know what? We'll just.
Yeah, there's the hat. I'm not wearing that hat this week. I figured I'd probably see you if you did show up, because you just came on kind of randomly. But if you if you came on, you'd be wearing the Carhartt, like taking your spot back. So out of respect, I didn't wear my
Thank you.
colored hat like that.
Thank
So
you. Thank you. Yeah, it's amazing what just like putting on a hat can do for you. Like now I'm a normal person.
yeah, like nothing ever happened.
Nothing did. Yeah, but yeah, it's wild. Like literally, I'm gone for a while, and now we're dark mode TV. You have a guest host.
Yeah, so about that dark mode TV, that was like kind of an accidental. We jumped the gun. Like we were talking about making changes, right? Because we're not so much podcast only anymore. We put video game what do you call it? Gameplay up on YouTube. We got like
yeah, yep.
visuals and stuff. So I was like, hey, like dark mode TV, like we do stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure when I looked 3 weeks ago, like dark mode underscore TV was not available. And then on Instagram, you can't really check if something is available without just like accepting it. So it was like, you've been changed. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're going. And then I went on Twitter and it was available. Next up is the website, because we can't have dark mode TV and then dark mode podcast. But then the only other remaining problem is you can't change your email address. And I don't really want to make a new one for all the accounts we have. So that might just have to be the tribute to the OG.
Yeah, I feel like email's not the worst.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dark Mode TV. This is technically still a podcast because we released the audio out. But the culmination of Dark Mode, it's like a TV channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dark Mode TV.
It's like when those like cool websites that are .tv instead of .com.
You see, that costs extra money per year. So we were not .tv. We were going to be darkmodetv.com.
Yeah, buddy.
So that's in the works. So keep your eyes peeled. We'll keep you updated and stuff. But wanted to ask you, like, how's the fam? How's the wife? How's the kid? How's the house? You're an adult. You are now officially like all button age that 45-year-old dad.
Yes, to all of what you just said. I have New Balances now. They just appear. Actually, like they don't tell you that at the hospital, but when you have a kid, they just give you a pair of white New Balances.
They just come with the child.
They're just like, you know what? We get it. Your knees are gonna start hurting, and but everything's doing good. It's definitely an adjustment, for sure. Like lack of sleep and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But all things considered, everyone's healthy. Everyone's good.
Glad to hear, man.
Yeah, and another thing I'm thankful for is just being able to work in IT. Like I'm able to work remotely. And with this podcast, work from home, as you can see.
Yeah, there you go. So if you had to like go in somewhere, it'd be a lot more challenging for you coming home and the wife when you're gone. So I mean, it's very good to be in this kind of full remote time. So
yeah, and now I have a ton of new white hair, so that's fun.
Just on contact. Like you
I'm
touch
not
the
kidding
kid
you.
and then a patch.
I'm not kidding you. I there's a patch like on my right side that wasn't there before,
I'm
and it's
telling
just
you, yeah,
like,
on contact.
but yeah, it's good. Her parents visited, my parents visited, and it's been really nice so far.
Yeah, we won't disturb the little tot right now, but we'll toss a pic up on the screen. Keegan is looking rough.
Rough.
Like, oh my goodness. I love this picture because the hair, like when all right, you told me, you texted me. I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. This is tough. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's to be expected. But I had a mental picture in my head. You sent me what I visualized.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it was almost like I could have choreographed that photo and then taken it. It was ridiculous.
Well, a lot of people show you these cute photos that are planned of what like newborns are like, and this is real talk right here.
Yeah, real talk for sure. Very cute child though, like little tot. Like she is very small.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I don't know. I'm glad she's not as ugly as me, so that's good. I'm glad
Okay.
she got the
All
good
right. I'm
genes.
I'm not even gonna address that. All right. We're moving on. You get a pass. All right. Because you're a new dad, you get one pass.
Okay.
Does that make you feel better? Does that
Yeah,
redeem the
yeah,
2 hours of sleep you've been getting?
yeah. If that.
If
But yeah.
that. All right. So you've gotten your baby. I've gotten mine. I secured a PS5. All right.
Oh, you scared the
I've
shit.
secured a
Okay.
PS5 and I might have been getting an equal amount of sleep as a result. All right. So
You playing Demon Souls?
yeah, all right. You've been gone for a minute, my guy. I know we've been kind of texting, but like I haven't told you all the details and how things have gone down. So
Mm.
for the rest of you guys that haven't heard, I secured a PS5 late February, and I was pumped. And then suddenly I remembered that games were $70. And I was like, oh yeah,
Rip.
this kind of sucks.
Body bagged.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like it's easier to get a COVID vaccine than it is to get buy a freaking PS5 at this point, which is just wild.
Facts. Facts. Yeah. Like maybe not exactly for my age group, but I can like, if you get on the wait list, I'm guaranteed a vaccine by June. Not guaranteed a vaccine or a PS5 by that date is just like up in the air. So like the average person probably gets a COVID vaccine before before a PS5. So I don't know, it's pretty crazy. But then next up, I just played God of War. They had a PS5 upgrade for it
Hey,
because
hold
it's
on.
my
I think I,
favorite
I think I
game.
heard my name being called. 1 second.
Oh, it's dad time.
All right, so you're talking about God of War. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. So yeah, I booted up God of War because I didn't want to spend $70 on Demon Souls, and I wasn't really feeling like playing Spider-Man Miles Morales because I'd already played the original Spider-Man, and I'm just kind of waiting for that one a little bit.
Right, right, right.
So I booted up God of War, and it might be the prettiest thing I've ever seen in my life. Like
Prettier
I
than
I
me?
yeah. Yeah, of course you. Come on now. I said you get a pass. I can't say the U word today. All right.
At all? That's what the
All right.
pass is?
Well, yeah, this is your pass.
Oh,
So don't make an
okay.
effort to be
Gonna be extra
as
ugly.
you know what as you can. Yeah, Kitty's having herself a day back there.
Bro, I'm outnumbered. I got a female puppy, a female cat, and a female cat outdoors, and a daughter. Like I'm just outnumbered, bro.
Yeah, you have a house of estrogen. You are the exact opposite of my house,
It's
which
probably
was
why I
all
cried
boys
when I
and
got
my
the
mother.
Pokemon Stadium.
Huh?
It's probably why I cried when I got Pokemon Stadium.
Just all the hormones from the house just like overwhelming everything,
Yep.
just wafting it in. All right. God of War looks beautiful, 4K HDR. They had that on PS4, right? PS4 Pro already had that. What's so special? Now it runs at 60 FPS, right?
Okay.
And no hitches. Like it
At all.
feels so good. I remember playing it on PS4 and entire time I'm like this 30 FPS is kind of killing me. Cuz I I was like
Yeah.
this game is beautiful. I am thoroughly enjoying it. But every time like a frame hitch would happen and it's like suddenly like in the 20s, you're kind of like, yeah. Um Kratos and his son, like you and your daughter, they're having some bonding time, killing different creatures and stuff in 4K HDR. The game looks excellent. Because I had just played Ghost of Tsushima and I played around with that photo mode, I busted out the photo mode in this game for the first time, and oh my goodness, like I took some like you know album art looking shots. Like we got
Right.
Kratos like looking off to the side, his son in the back with his bow and stuff. Like it looks really good. But then you have that itch. You're like, okay, this is a PS4 upgrade. I want a PS5 game. So I looked online to see if there was any, sales on Demon Souls because I wasn't trying to spend 70.
Yeah.
And I bought it on eBay brand new for 55. And I think what happened is somebody bought it when it was on sale prior when I missed it. And they're technically scalped me, but I saved $25. So, I mean, I'll take that. So I bought it, came in the mail, USPS delivered it, and I couldn't find it. For 2 days, I was pissed. I was like, "What the hell?" And then I find it outside of my doorstep in my apartment, not like in the lobby, like outside of my door. And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, so did USPS put this here or did a neighbor accidentally take it and then like realize it wasn't theirs?" So then I was less mad and then I put it in and then I was immediately pissed again because that game is bullshit. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's funny. Just the circle of pissed offness.
Oh yeah. Like I can't hide it. Like I am I have gamer rage. Like I feel
Right.
like that is an air quotes healthy place to put your rage rather than at anybody else in real life. So I'll yell at the game all day and that'll be
Right.
how I get my aggression out.
I mean, people get rage just driving their cars, so
Exactly.
I don't see why this is any different.
So yeah, I busted in Demon Souls and first of all, again, the game looks beautiful. I'm thoroughly enjoying it and I got used to its mechanics cuz I don't really frequently play Souls-like games. I played a little bit of Dark Souls 3 and Sekiro and never finished them cuz I got so mad. But this game, the level design, I forgot how intricate their levels are with they don't give you a map. So you basically have to okay, there's like 3 different avenues I can go here. Pick one because they usually all connect in some
Right.
intricate way. And I'm addicted to the exploration value because I'm always
Okay.
finding new stuff, new little hidden things, fighting new enemies, and then we get into the boss fights and that's where I want to break shit. and and it's this endless cycle of like, okay, I'm really enjoying the exploration. Now here's 2 hours of just pain. Then you get past that, now it's back to the cool stuff, right?
Bro, I don't understand these games. There's like your explanation of it makes sense, but I'm just picturing myself trying it because I did that with Dark Souls 3, right? I kept
Yes.
hearing amazing things. So you gotta play it. You gotta play it. The only thing I can say about those games is the if the storyline and lore of the game was more interwoven into like each stage of it, I would have more incentive to actually struggle through it. So I
Okay,
wonder, is Demon
but
Souls?
hold on.
Oh,
It
what?
very much is, but
Okay,
you didn't get very far in it. This isn't like a cut towards you, but like it is frustrating and you actually need to be willing to go through the difficulty comes in your mental capacity, not the actual game's difficulty. I have figured it out, all right? I will say that what you are explaining is kind of like a little bit of the fear of the how elitist the players and diehard fans of this game are. If you suck, get good. All right. You can do this game without leveling up once. If you can't, you're trash. And you see all these people like one hand fighting the boss and like, oh yeah, this is easy sauce for me. And I'm like 20 levels over leveled and I'm still sucking. You know what I mean? You
yeah.
kind of have to just get over that and then focus on the nice stuff.
I mean, I get. I mean, Dark Souls 3. I spent literally 8 hours.
Okay, see, again, I I remember this before because it was like 3, but it definitely felt like an eternity to
Hold,
you.
hold
No,
on.
I've
I'm going.
looked.
Oh,
It was 3 hours you put in the game, dude. Alright,
hold on.
he's
Hold
busting
on.
it
I'm
out.
pulling up
Okay,
Steam.
okay.
I'm pulling up Steam. Hold on. I'm calling BS. Hold on.
It's right there. 5 up from that. Go back up. You had it. You were hovering.
Where?
It's stop, stop. Right
Right.
there, right there. 4 hours.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure half an hour of that was idling because you were raging to me in Discord, okay? So about 3 hours. And this was to get past the first boss. Now let me say this, Keegan. Let me say this.
Okay.
Demon Souls is easier in the sense that as you got into the more like the more they made levels, the more they were like, how can we challenge our long-term fans, right? Demon Souls kind of like the enemy AI isn't as like smart in the way to like piss you off. Like you can backstab easier. So like okay, they'll miss you once, you just roll behind, backstab, insta kill.
So you don't get hung up on those like side, like on the way to the dudes as much as you did in
Not
like the
as
Dark
much.
Souls.
By
Okay.
no means as much. Now you obviously do have to still be careful because they do things that like trick you and you have to be kind of on your toes. But in Dark Souls 3, I was struggling in the first level. In this game, I probably struggled for more than 30 minutes on only 3 different parts. But those 3 parts really made me mad. And I will say this, this game is I don't think difficult in the sense that okay, normal difficulty, enemies are tanky, like you don't do a lot of damage, blah blah blah. This game is hard in your mental capacity to withstand bullshit because they do bullshit on purpose. The
Right.
hitbox registration is dog shit. Like 100% bad.
It always is.
Oh yeah. On multiple occasions, I'd recorded the gameplay. I would see my character miss the attack, like miss taking the damage, and then like some invisible AoE would hit me, and I would be like insta dead. I wanted to rage. It was so unfortunate because I was doing well. I had the mechanics down. I know what the boss's attack pattern is. I'm dodging the attacks. Hit, miss, dead. What? I was ready to just like I think they do this kind of thing by design. It's almost like how much can you withstand? Can you get through
Right.
the drag of it? And I don't know, like it is it's not so much like, okay, I'm enjoying that part, but you're kind of just like, I want to see what's next. I don't want to give up kind of
Right.
thing. But I don't know. It is fun. I'm glad I bought it. I don't regret it at all. But I do understand that it is easier than later Dark Souls games. So I do feel a little bit worried like if I start enjoying these style games and I go play the rest that I'm just going to get my shit pushed in.
Right. I gotta say I'm jealous because either way I'm jealous because it just sounds fun to talk about gaming again. I mean, it's just like feels like a refresher, but that
You'll
sounds
be
really
back on the
cool.
horse soon.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm really happy you got the PS5. It's really awesome, and like, uh, I just like I picture. I don't know when I will buy mine, but like it'll probably be like next year. So like,
Yeah.
it's wild how early you got yours.
I mean like I don't think anybody needs this right now. Like I don't even need it right now. And the only reason I'm happy I have it is because of how hard it is to get. And I feel like the only reason why everybody wants it so bad is because you can't get it. Because right now, Demon
Yeah,
Souls, only game you can play on it.
it's kind of how the when the Wii came out and like the only game on there was like Wii Sports,
Yeah.
but yet like it was a hunt to get it.
Everybody wanted it, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But like, I don't know. I mean, I say that's the only game because a lot of the other games are catered towards younger audiences. Or
and
I
are
mean,
just PS4 games.
yes. Like I can't even speak. Miles
Blah, blah,
Morales, I'm pretty sure you can get on PS4 or at least like it's
Yeah,
just
you
like an
can.
extension of a PS4 game whereas like Demon Souls is built from the ground up to be like a complete PS5 game. So that's where I
Right.
was like I need to try that. And
It was definitely the first game like to like just be like it is meant only for this.
yeah. So I mean, they have the out of box Astro's Playroom, which is just like a tech demo and you're making that face. It was great. It
God
was
damn it.
actually good. All right. Imagine a very satisfying feeling Mario 3D platformer, but now you get to basically get walked through all the cool shit about the DualShock 5 or the DualSense 5. Like
Yeah, it's probably pretty cool.
it was. Now, it only lasted a few hours and I was like
Right.
done with it. Like I'm not going to play it again, but like I thought that was a really cool addition. So like, let's
Mhm.
say you get it and you didn't get a game, you have at least a little bit of time to play that.
Right.
But here's where it's frustrating. This is the
Okay.
first world problems coming into effect.
Lay it in. Lay it in.
The hardware to play this on is just kind of like in a weird spot, right? Everybody's like, okay, TVs now need the HDMI 2.1. All right. So you can play 4K 120 hertz games.
Right.
Nothing supports that right now. So I'm not even worried. Not to
Oh,
mention
okay.
the fact that like all the games that support over 60 hertz right now are 1080p because that's easier with the performance. I don't see a lot of games doing 4K 120, especially for single player, really immersive graphics focused games. I feel like they're going to target 4K 60 still for a while. And then all the competitive shooters that want over 60, I'm going to be playing on PC for one, and two are going to probably target 1080.
Yeah.
But the problem is, all right, so now you have to have at least HDMI 2.0 to get 4K 60 HDR or whatever.
Yeah.
And or yeah, HD. I'm pretty sure with HDR because otherwise it like tops out some of the other display settings. And you can also do 1080p 120 on HDMI 2.0 because of the bandwidth, whatever. I put it into my TV, but like that's in the other room. I can't like record the content onto like a stream or our videos as easily. I'm so used to gaming on a monitor that I'm like, okay, I just want to be at the desk. But this is where it gets weird. When you plug a 1080p screen into a 4K TV or a 1440 TV because they don't support 1440 on PS5, it looks blurry. I like it doesn't look as sharp, right? So you're kind
Okay.
of like, okay, now this looks worse than the PS4 did when I played that on my 4K TV, and you kind of feel like, what is this?
Right.
So I'm like, all right, well then I don't want to buy a 4K monitor because my computer can't handle 4K right now because I don't have the 3080. And even if I did, the frames per second that I'd get out of sticking with 1440p is better than having the 4K. Like the extra resolution does not matter. So then I hear an article release and Reddit posts, and they're like, by the way, certain monitors can trick the PS5 into sending a 4K signal and then downscale it to 1440p, which looks infinitely better than 1080p upscaled to 1440p. And I'm like, okay, what are these monitors though? So then now we got a fat list of monitors, and I'm digging through the weeds, and I'm like, okay, what do we got? And I'm like, half of these aren't HDR. Like, you basically are gonna need HDR to experience the what actually is changing the game because the HDR is what makes it look like pretty much lifelike. So now I go through that. What are the HDR? Now we're at a short little list. Okay, now what are the types of HDR? There's like HDR 400, HDR 600, HDR 1000, and HDR 1000 is what they start calling true HDR. HDR 400 is apparently bottom of the barrel. Don't even bother, right? 90% of those monitors are HDR 400. So now I'm like, what the hell? So now I look at what's 600. Nothing good. Like, because that's the middle of the round. If you want an HDR 1000, it's like $2,000 for a monitor. No, thank you. I'm not paying that much. So then I'm like, okay, let's look around. What can I find? I find one. It's perfect. Everything is about it. Samsung G7 100 I can't even speak. There's so many stats to list off. 1440p, 140 hertz, or no, 240 hertz, VA panel, downscaling from 4K to 1440p. It's got a disgusting curve to it. It's like the most curved monitor I've ever seen in my life. I saw it at the store and it looks like all windows are warped. I'm like, no, thank you. Ruined. What am I supposed to do now?
Let me just say this one thing real quick for you. Okay. Only you would like get this lucky thing of getting the PS5 and find a way where you have to finesse something or like have to do a deep dive research on something else. Like just getting the PS5 wasn't just it.
No, it wasn't.
And it's like, oh sweet, I got the PS5, and then you're like, I need to finesse more. I
Now,
need
okay, I get what you're saying, and I agree. I am in the vast minority here. Like a lot of people just game on their TVs,
yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
I have found a lot of forums or like Reddit posts and news articles talking about this.
I'm sure there's a whole area of people that are going through the same shit. Like,
But, like, monitor gaming is actually increasing a lot because a lot of kids, like, I've seen a lot of, like, high school and college kids, they just buy 1 monitor and game on their console on that because it's smaller and, like, more competitive kind of. So, they have better refresh rates, everything.
oh
Like,
yeah,
monitor gaming superior, alright? PC Master Race, my guy.
it's like the hybrid, like where
Yes.
you still a console gamer. That's fine. Just get a monitor.
Exactly. Exactly. So we throw the G7 out the window. And this is where it gets messed up. Let me just rattle off some names of monitors. Because you
Oof.
think phone names are weird, car names are weird. We got the Gigabyte AD27QD. We got the Samsung CHG70. We got the LG 32KNG650F. Like, what are we saying? What is the point? Like, I don't
It
even.
never ends.
I bought a monitor which we'll get into. And the name of it is Alienware AW2721D346XC3PO. Okay? Messed up.
C3PO.
No, that's just me being stupid.
Oh, you just threw that in there.
C3PO edition is solid gold, my guy. It's got a red like side to
Bro,
it.
I would buy that in a heartbeat. It includes like a vase amount, so and has like a little head, so it's like C3PO's holding your monitors for you.
Mhm.
Dude, monitor companies out there, like, take that idea and run with it.
That would be pretty amazing. Like they should have done it when the conclusion of the Star Wars series when it was like fresh in everybody's mind. So, I mean, I guess they could do it with like all spin-offs that go on, but um yeah, so I was
Yeah,
like, all right, I'm not getting that curved monitor. It's disgusting. So I
yeah,
look into the next best thing, and it's an Alienware with all the same specs, but it's IPS screen and it's got G-Sync Ultimate. Like it's actually got a G-Sync module in it, not just compatible.
yeah.
And I see it doesn't downscale, but I look into what's called EDID emulation. And let me just look up what EDID means again before I butcher it, because this is something I never really got into before. It means extended display identification data. And it's
Okay.
basically like the little chip or motherboard in your system, in your monitor that tells whatever source is attached to it what this like resolutions it can handle. So like it actually has like a list. We can support like 720, 1080, 1440, 4K. And some of these monitors that downscale are 1440p, but they say they support 4K. So I was like, is there a way I can modify this monitor to just accept a 4K signal? And people were like, ADID emulators. Dog, I searched the internet for about 3 hours and could not find a single one that worked. I bought one. I just got it in from Amazon because I was like, somebody said they got it to work on theirs. It didn't work on mine. So I'm returning it and now I'm out of luck. I'm kind of like, all right, but this monitor is too nice to return. It's perfect for PC gaming. So I'm like, all right, what we might need to do. This is the end all, be all, finesse all,
Okay.
which is still not the ideal scenario because I still would like to just game on the same monitor. But the end of the first world problems comes down to this. I'm going to sell the other 2 monitors, the original 2 monitors I had eventually. And
Okay.
then I'm going to keep the monitor I just bought.
Yeah.
And then when they come out with an HDMI 2.1 4K monitor, I'm going to buy one of those when it comes out. But I was always worried about having 2 different resolution monitors because I don't want to drag a window over and then suddenly it gets tiny on the 4K monitor because like it's still going to be attached to my computers. But I don't know. It's all first world problems. I could probably mess with scaling, but like I'm telling you, if you're a PC and console gamer, or excuse me, PS5 gamer, because Xbox does support the 1440p.
Hey, shout out.
Hey, shout out Xbox. Like I don't know why PS5 is being stupid about this, but if you're a PC and PS5 gamer, welcome to a world of pain.
Bro, but also while we're shutting out Xbox, dude, Game Pass is killing it.
Fire.
Like, they just been on fire. They're just rolling out all the hits in there.
Like I'm actually kind of shook by how much crap is being thrown in there.
You think you're shook? Like, think about what situation I'm in where I don't really have time to game, but yeah, I'm just seeing this stuff roll in.
That's got to be kind of like Like you're
It
shaking over there. You're like, I just want to get to
it
it.
hurts.
Oh
But
man.
like Bethesda, just like, hey, we're in it. We're in with your company now, and here is all of it. I mean, they threw Oblivion in. They threw Morrowind in. I don't know how Morrowind got thrown in there because I still have that on. I still have that on Xbox Original.
Yeah.
That's an Xbox Original game, and they're like PC it up. I just and then they got also the Wolfenstein games, so I didn't even think about playing, but now I'm like, maybe.
I remember when I randomly texted you like last year, like I kind of want to play those eventually. Well, like
Yeah,
if I had Game Pass, I could mess it up.
Game Pass is dangerous, but it's also really convenient. I mean, like there's so many games that for some reason that I swear Microsoft just went through my wish list and was like, Keegan was thinking about playing this game, but he didn't buy it, so let's toss it
Yeah,
in.
like Octopath Traveler is coming and Star
I don't
Wars
even understand.
Squadron.
I'm trying to wrap my head of how Octopath Traveler got put in.
Well, because that was just a time switch exclusive. Like it
Oh,
came
okay.
it came to PC and then it came to Xbox. I don't know, it might come to PS5 at some point, but like yeah,
I,
it's
and
great.
so I'm sitting here, I'm like, boy, I'm like drooling over my PC in the corner, like when I am free, I'm hitting it. I'm
when
going
when
right to
Ray
it.
when Ray naps for longer than 2 hours at a time, I will be in there.
When I have a consistent schedule and my eyes don't feel like they have lead in them, we are I'm playing it.
Yeah. I mean, like here's where I'm at. This is definitely like as everybody keeps saying, I cannot deny it, the best deal in gaming, right?
100%.
$15 a month for your online access and this just disgusting amount of video games.
Gross. And it's also cross.
Yeah, like for some most of them. Like cuz some of them are like Xbox only or
Yeah.
PC only, which a little bit weird on some of them, but understandable, especially in our case if we had an Xbox, we also would still have our PC, so we would do both. But here's where I'm at. The sheer amount of stuff in here is actually kind of turning me off of it a little bit in the sense that I boot up Netflix and I
Oh,
spend 30 minutes looking for nothing, right? And then just say screw it and not watch anything sometime. I wonder if that would apply here more so than when I look at the games that I currently own and then say I can't decide what to play and then I just watch Twitch. You know what I mean? So like I sometimes, I'll have a game that I just bought recently, but I'm like, that's an investment. That's like every game nowadays is 40 to 60 hours. And I hear that in my head and I'm like, I'll wait. Now I have access to 140 to 60-hour games that I could just try out and just boot up, see how it is, and then never finish. So like I kind of like almost don't want to put myself in that situation because having to buy them sometimes meters me from buying or trying out a game. It's almost kind of like a level of defense.
yeah. I mean, I totally understand what you're saying, and I actually struggle with that. Like, I have it, enjoy it, and there's still games that I've like kept saying, "Oh, I want to play that," and I just don't install.
Yeah,
I think inside a Game Pass, its defense mechanism is the install.
true.
When you finally decide to play a game in there, you have to install, and that's space taken, right? So now that's encouragement to actually play it. The
Yeah,
only problem is, yeah, you have to like do the Netflix the I don't know I don't even know if they have a terminology for that, but like
Netflix limbo.
yeah,
But another Netflix-esque feature is that games leave Game Pass. This is
right.
not a never-ending repo. So like if you know how long it takes us to finish games, right? Because we have the attention span for about 20 hours, 30 hours max, and then we shift gears to a game and maybe come back. Now, what if it's been a few months and now the game's rolled off Netflix? If it's rolled off Game Pass and you're like, well, shit. Now I'd have to buy what I've already played half of.
Yeah, but they also give pretty big warnings. I think it's at least 2 months notice that like a game's leaving Game Pass.
Yeah, but then now you've played 7 other games in that time, Keegan. How are you balancing that across those 2 months? You can't just, like, chisel out that time as easily because our attention span is a struggle.
Listen, I had that problem I still do, but I gotta say one thing. Since having a kid, I think I'm gonna be actually more focused because my time is gonna be so much more limited for when I finally get here that I'm gonna like have it planned out because that's all I'm gonna be thinking about. It's like, okay, my free time's coming up. I got like a couple hours. What am I gonna do with that? And when I sit here, I'm probably gonna do exactly what I thought through, or else
Yeah.
that's time wasted. So I'm hoping that the silver lining and the positive of this all is that I can maybe crank out things better now.
I think, yeah, like you will have to be more focused. And this is a perfect way to cater towards people who don't have a lot of time for video games, but want to like continue gaming and not
Right.
have to commit to one
Yeah. And not
purchase and stuff.
spend
So,
yeah. And one thing since going to the hospital and everything, play my Switch a ton.
oh
So
yeah,
that's
it's
that's
back.
back and that's
It's back.
back.
I
It's
was
back.
waiting for it to come back. I knew when the kid was born that the Switch was gonna come back.
And
Like
I'm
it
playing
has to.
Stardew Valley.
Hey,
Bro,
you didn't
I'm
even
not
like that
kidding you.
game.
I'm in it. I'm in there.
Yeah,
And I'm actually enjoying it. I'm actually enjoying the social aspect too.
good, cause it's lit.
We're back. It's good to be back. It feels good. I was real nostalgia zone watching you and Phil. Which shout out to Phil. Phil was the best.
He was a good guest.
I hope he fills in my shoes whenever I can't. So
He's just gonna be substitute Keegan.
I think we should just hire him on.
We can't do that. We
Salary
can't.
him
We
up.
can't. Gibbs is already hard enough to pay, my guy. He was kind
Oh
of
yeah.
shaking in his
I
boots
wait,
when
hold on. Why
Phil came
wasn't
on.
Gibbs why wasn't Gibbs the guest host? Did he not want to host?
Well, I did that solo episode and I said, Gibbs, you want to come up? And he said he was kidding. It's like he no camera time. He's a ghost, you know.
Is he still are we still paying him in pizza or has anything changed on
Oh,
that
last
business?
week the local pizza shop was like running low on its supplies, so I just got him some like pita bread. Like
Okay, so still not cash. Like we're still
no,
close.
no, like we went to like Pita Pit, got him like a whole mess of
Oh,
Mediterranean food. You know what I'm
nice.
saying? So
Nice. We'll give him some Dogecoin.
to the moon, all right, Gibbs to the moon. We're going. But
All right,
yeah,
man.
glad to have you back. Hopefully we can find a way around your crazy schedule and keep this going. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Be on the lookout for future changes to Dark Mode TV.
Yeah, dark mode TV. Next up, dark mode cable.
We're just gonna become G4.
I would love that. I would
A
love for
merger.
G4 to or be just we get a nice little phone call from him. That'd be cool. Shout out.
All right then. We'll catch you in the next one.
See you guys.